Ever get that Park Place and Baltic Avenue combo in McDonald's Monopoly? Dream squashed yet again. You weren't alone. Turns out, for over a decade, those million-dollar prizes weren't just marketing. They were a mirage. And the reason? Not what you think.
It wasn't some corporate conspiracy by McDonald's. What's fascinating here is it was a massive scheme all orchestrated from the inside out.
Today's deep dive, Operation Unhappy Meal. We're digging into how the FBI uncovered a plot that's wilder than you'd believe. So this wasn't just a few unlucky players. What was really going on?
Imagine this, 1989. McDonald's Monopoly kicks off. Everyone's hooked right. Years pass, prizes get bigger, but nobody actually knows anyone winning the big bucks.
Which for most of us meant chalking it up to bad luck.
Exactly. But in 2001, a rookie FBI agent in Jacksonville, Florida named Doug Matthews gets a tip. Someone claims McDonald's Monopoly is rigged. Now, this Jacksonville office was known for fairly sleepy cases.
Not exactly the place you'd expect a massive fraud investigation to kick off.
Exactly. But that's the thing about these deep dives. Truth is often stronger than fiction. So Agent Matthews starts digging. You might think they suspected McDonald's was behind it all right, but what they discovered was a network, a family raking in the winnings.
Okay, family connection. Now we're talking something more than just random chance. How do they even connect the dots?
Wiretaps. Lots of wiretaps. Remember, this is 2001, so technology is catching up to these schemes. The FBI starts listening in and realizes there's a central figure, a shadowy ringleader they nicknamed Uncle Jerry.
This Uncle Jerry figure is fascinating.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about him, and how did the FBI even discover his involvement?
Well, Uncle Jerry, real name Jerome Jacobson, was head of security for the very company printing those Monopoly game pieces.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time. For him, at least.
Exactly. He was essentially the gatekeeper of everyone's fast food fortune, and he used that power to funnel winning pieces to his recruits, sometimes allegedly straight off the printing press.
Wait, hold on. Straight from the source. How did they even manage to get away with that for so long?
It was a well-oiled machine, unfortunately. Jacobson had this network of people from all walks of life. We're talking drug traffickers, even a pastor, all willing to pose as winners for a cut of the prize.
It's amazing what the allure of easy money can do, even to people you'd think would know better.
Absolutely. And remember, this went on for over a decade. Can you imagine the trust people had in this game, only to find out it was rigged right from the start?
It's like finding out the tooth fairy isn't real, only with much higher stakes. But with all this money flowing in, Uncle Jerry and his crew must have been living the high life right.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But the FBI's investigation revealed a lot of the money was actually funneled right back to Jacobson himself.
So much for a victimless crime. You've got everyday people getting their hopes up, thinking they have a chance, and then you've got the mastermind behind it all, hoarding the wealth. What happened to the people who were recruited? Did they face any consequences?
Oh, absolutely. Remember Agent Matthews, the rookie who started it all? He and the FBI team launched Operation Final Answer, using undercover agents and wiretaps to build their case.
Sounds like something straight out of a movie.
It really was. They even set a trap using an undercover agent posing as someone with a winning piece. They staged this elaborate fake McDonald's commercial shoot to draw the perpetrators in.
Talk about dedication. Did their plan work?
Oh, it worked like a charm.
Yeah.
One by one, the FBI started reeling them in recruiters' winners, and eventually Uncle Jerry himself was arrested. This was huge news, a media sensation. The trial began on September 10th, 2001.
The day before 9/11.
You know it. And just like that, the world changed overnight.
Talk about a story getting buried. It's wild to think this massive case, years of deceit, all just faded from the headlines because of what happened the next day.
Yeah, it really does make you think, doesn't it? It really puts things in perspective.
But it still happened, right? All those people indicted, millions of dollars stolen, that's not something you just brush aside.
Absolutely not. And, you have to wonder how many people played that game for years, dreaming of winning, completely unaware the whole thing was a sham. It really makes you question what's real, what's manipulated.
Yeah, it's like this bizarre lottery where the winners were chosen before the game even began. And for what? Those involved didn't even get to enjoy the spoils.
That's the thing about greed, isn't it? It often leads to self-destruction. While Uncle Jerry and his recruits face the legal consequences of their actions, imagine the moral weight of their choices, the betrayal of trust.
And it wasn't just about breaking the rules of a game. We're talking about real people, their lives and dreams caught in the middle of this scheme.
Exactly. Think about the people who scrimped and saved to buy those McDonald's meals, families hoping for a lucky break, all while this elaborate fraud was playing out right under their noses. It's heartbreaking.
It really is. It's a stark reminder that sometimes the most tempting opportunities, the promises of easy riches, often come with a hidden cost. And it's not always the perpetrators who end up paying the price.
It really is true. What I think is so fascinating about this case is how even though it was overshadowed by history, it reveals so much about human nature. The allure of greed, the dedication to justice, and the fragility of trust. It makes you wonder what seemingly ordinary things in our lives might hold hidden stories waiting to be uncovered.
It certainly gives you a new perspective the next time you see that Monopoly game piece. Doesn't This deep dive wasn't just about fries and game pieces, was it? It was about the intricate web of choices, consequences, and the ever-present reminder that things aren't always as they seem. Until next time, thanks for diving in with us.